So I don't have the emotional maturity to do what one couple of a friend of mine is doing. Now, I don't know them personally, but from what he tells me, they had been going out with each other for 6 years. They live in San Francisco together. And they were in love. Dating 6 years. I think they lived with each other for like 3 or whatever. It's a serious relationship, man. I mean, like, it's working its way towards marriage. And for whatever reason, I don't know all the specific details, but they fall out of love. And it's a very painful process for both of them to admit. And they are going to go their separate ways, right? But before they do that, they decide that they think the best way, because they're best friends also, you know? They're best friends. And they're with each other. So they've decided to take a vacation breakup for a weekend. Right now, this is not one that was previously planned. We've had Bert Show listeners on like that before.
Yeah.
Where, look, the vacation was planned. We broke up and we're like, hey, for 3 days, we can get along. Let's just go ahead. I don't want to lose the money.
They actually schedule and plan a vacation for the breakup.
The two of them are thinking that this is going to be such a painful process that anytime over the course of the last 6 years I had anything painful going on in my life, I turned to my best friend, which was you. So their way of thinking is we can get over this relationship probably faster and in a more kind way if we just spend 3 days with each other, sort of talking about what our future holds, sort of defining what our relationship is going to look like moving forward. So they have booked a breakup trip together. This was not on the books. They booked it to help each other through the pain, which I think is really kind of a beautiful idea. I don't know how possible it would be, though.
Now, I know about the breakup conversation, and I think most relationships, you have that like final hoorah conversation. You put everything on the table, whatever you need to get out, whatever closure you might need, and have like the official parting of ways, right? Like, I get that. But to go out of your way to do that at a destination location, maybe of a tropical sort, that makes no sense to me.
Not to me either. Like, I don't know. We'll get anybody to call that's done this. 1-855-BERT Show. It sounds crazy to me. Or super mature. Either one. I can't understand.
It's like, hey, baby, we're going to get a divorce, but let's go on this vacation real quick so we can talk about all the things we hate about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. It feels, if anything, it's like, I mean, breakups are hard, right? We all know that. It's tough. It's hard to just say, I'm done, I'm going my way, you're going your way. So people will tend to find some kind of excuse to continue to talk to each other while you're going through the process of the breakup. This is taking it to an entire different extreme. But I heard somebody say once, you can go anywhere in the world. If you're having problems within your relationships, your problems are coming with you. You might as well pack them.
But
that's what they're doing.
Yeah. But
they're actually packing up the problems purposefully.
And spending a weekend talking about it.
Oh.
Right?
I don't see how that's going to help.
Logically, I can understand how, like, on paper, it would seem like a good thing to do.
But can't you just do that in the comfort of your own living room? I feel like that's such a waste of money. Yeah. I'm not going to waste money to go on a vacation and talk about our problems.
I'm more concerned about the time than I am the money to be. That's a long 3 days of us discussing what went wrong in the relationship and how we're going to help each other moving forward. It really does. I feel like it. And they are. It's a San Francisco-esque couple. Very kind of crunchy, very like free love type stuff. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So I can understand how they're thinking that is going to be a good idea. I just think the reality of it isn't going to be great.
So it's like a conscious uncoupling vacation together. It's like that mentality.
Yes.
That we're going to go.
Yep.
We're going to go to the mountains. We're going to get a cabin.
Yep.
We're going to wake up.
We're going to meditate together.
And then we're going to talk about we're going to talk about this breakup. And then, oh yeah, by the way, I booked us a whitewater rafting excursion.
Our souls are going to speak to that kind of thing. Our souls are going to speak to each other and we'll begin the healing process together while we're away.
So that's the way it's going to go in your head.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
once you get there, you have a drink, they have a drink, you go over that first problem, it leads to talking about the next one, and now we're sitting looking at each other trying to figure out how do we get here. This was a bad idea.
So this is all for the healing process.
Yeah.
And to like expedite that. That way when they get back, it'll be like, okay, breakup's done. We can move on.
I'm assuming, I'm speaking for a couple that I've never even met before. I'm assuming that it's not going to be that just like that, but
Yeah.
at least if they talk about it for the weekend, they know what the expectation is moving forward, and they are helping each other heal through this process.
And again, this is not to like any kind of reconciliation, not to see if there's any sliver of hope that
Nope.
the two of them can. Got
That
it.
would make sense to me.
Yeah.
If that were the
Yeah.
end result, I would understand it. But the fact that y'all want to remain broken up, I don't get
No,
it.
it's a done deal. Like we're never going to see each other after this.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'd rather go on vacation with somebody who's going to like me in the future.
Right. I can actually do it with somebody.
Yeah, there you go. Or by myself even. That even sounds great. All right.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.